Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com. Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Hi there, I'm Catherine Wright from Leicestershire Craft Centre. We're based in Market Harbour in the East Midlands. I teach all kinds of crafts, dressmaking, patchwork, knitting, crochet and lots of other textile-y kinds of things. Knitting's probably one of the first crafts that my mum taught me to do when I was little, probably about 7. The very first thing that I knitted was a little egg cosy with a funny face on, like this one. This is the pattern that I used. It's even got, still I can see on it the little tally mark lines that I did to show how many rows I'd done, and I still do that. And I've written a little note to myself of what stocking stitch is, knit a row and purl a row. I pretty much knitted my way through my childhood and my teens. I used to knit in bed as a teenager, and through university I used to knit lots of big baggy jumpers for my friends. This was a pattern that I used a lot, recreated lots of times. But I didn't learn to crochet until I actually had the craft centre, and but once I'd got going, I really enjoy crochet as well, and I love that it's a really fast craft that you can make small things very quickly. So it's quite different to knitting, but I like them both equally. What would be my top tip for those of you who love yarn? Well, if you're learning, be patient. Don't try and make anything too massive to start off with. Especially don't knit a scarf. Scarves have to be really, really long, and you get very, very bored before it's long enough. So start with something small, like my little egg cosy.
Hello! Welcome to Yarn Lane. We are the only shopping channel in the UK totally utterly dedicated to everything to do with yarn, whether it be knitting or crochet or amigurumu. Say hello to Catherine, because I've just got to go down here and pick something up that slid on the floor. Oh yeah, all my patterns fell on the floor. So Catherine is our expert today. She had a long day today. She's been on Sewing Street with me all day today. Right, so today, let me take you to the website first of all, where you can see what's going on and what we've got, www.yarnlane.com. Oh, I say it looks a bit different, doesn't it? Watch the live at the top there. Then you'll see me. It's very, anyway. There is everything that we have on today's show. You can get it on pre-order, or in a minute when we've shown it, there'll be another column saying show deals. Right, but you don't have to just buy what's on today's show, because we don't have very many yarn lanes at the moment. If you go back to the website, you go on the front page, along the top here, you've got new in, yarn, kits, needles, hooks, patterns and books. Last chance, story of my life. Anyway, look, everything that we have is all on the website there. Everything is there. It's all the yarn we've got and everything. So you can get in touch either via the little white box on there, or I'm watching on YouTube. No, I'm not. I'm watching on Facebook Live, and Claire's just said hello to everybody. Right, there it is. Shall we make a start? Because today we're concentrating with Stylecraft on big chunky knit, gorgeous winter woolies like scarves, hats, snoods. There's Catherine wearing another of the hats. We're doing all of that today. So, right, double bobble hat, mittens, and green scarf. Oh, hang on, in which one? Let's have a look at the one before that and I can find the right pattern then. So I must have pink, lime, green and aqua. Right, here we go. So that's this bundle here. So I'm presuming it is, oh there it is, PQS360. No, not that one. It needs some pink in it, doesn't it? I haven't got one with pink in, you see. Sorry about this, everyone.
No, it's not. It's not. It's the really big one.
Oh, it's that one? With no pink in there,
No, because it's
okay,
that.
so GSS314, there it is. No, it's fine, but we showed a pink hat. That was the one. We haven't got any pink. We haven't got any pink in this one. So, these have been bundled by Stylecraft for us. So this is Stylecraft Special, extra large, 200 grams. So you've got your striped scarf, which is on your mannequin. Yeah. You've got your beret and mittens, which is... Oh, you've got everything over there. So if you would like to make the stripy scarf and the mittens and the bobble hat with, well, they called it a beret, with the in the green, you will need... this, I mean, look at all of that. Look at all of that. Now, I've got patterns here, so I don't need to open it. There you go. There's the pattern there. Oh, there are your notes in there.
Oh, yes.
Might you need those. Now, obviously, you don't get the pink in this kit. You don't get any pink in this kit. You can make that double bobble hat, I'm presuming, and that scarf in that bundle, can you?
You need...
Six easy knit designs. So 2 hats, 2 scarves and 2 gloves in there. But your only colourway is that colourway there.
You've got in, because for the striped scarf you need 4 balls.
A 4 what?
4 balls.
4 balls.
For your wrist warmers you need 1, and for your beret you need 2.
Okay.
So you've got some extra.
Yes. That's to make all the pieces in there.
So that's to make all of those ones.
Oh, okay.
And then your other scarf, you need 3 balls And then 1
So you
and
make
2.
either
so 3,
or.
4, 5, 6. Yes.
So you can make either or that look or that look for $49.99. 9 balls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so you get 2 of the celery, I'm making the colours up here, 2 of the aqua, 2 of the darker turquoise, and 3 of the green.
Pistachio.
Oh, pistachio it is. That's why I didn't like it. So from this bundle, you can make this or you can make this. The choice is yours. Big chunky scarf. So hang on. So if you've got that one, I must have...
It's on your mannequin.
Oh, yeah. So I've got this one here. This is the other version. So you can make that, this hat, or... And then these. Oh, are they just wrist warmers? There's no hot... Oh, no. Oh, I quite like those. These... Would they be any good for driving in the morning, or they'd be a bit slippy? Look, nice. No. Right, okay, that's that first bundle. We're going to get... Wait, which one are you looking at me on? You're on the wrong camera. There you go, thank you. Right, oh, it's one of those days today. So that's that bundle for $49.99. So I'm going to put that with that, that with that, that with that, that with that. Okay, that's fine. Next one. PQSV60. 360, that's this one. Right, so now this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls. So you get 1 of the teal, 3 of the pistachio, 1 of the pink. And I'm presuming that will make either or... Oh, no.
The pink one. With
The pink,
hat.
that one there. That one there, £32.99. So you get 1 ball of wool for the pink hat, 1 ball of teal to make the gloves, and then 3 to make the scarf.
Yes.
There you go. So that makes that one, if you want that one there. You're still going to get the pattern in there for the other one, but this ball, this has been created by Stylecraft. There she is. Wearing that one. Did you knit your dress? Oh, it looks like you got a knitted dress on in that one, doesn't it? Okay, lovely. So that's that one. And that's that one. Now, next code. Sorry about this, everybody. I was just trying to find the codes on us. They seem to have disappeared. No, we did. We sorted all this out this morning, and that's all, the bags have all just... There you go. JLS352. Good band, then. Right, so in here, you get 2 of the aqua, 2 of the teal, 1 of the green, of the pistachio. And that will make you, I'm presuming, that hat. And that...
The cable knit hat is...
Oh, there you go, there you go. And then there's a snood that goes up. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. So that will make this and this. Sorry, my microphone. I just banged my microphone, didn't I? There's Catherine. Oh, I think I do it much better.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like Kenneth Branagh in that thing in the snow, aren't I? Apparently his new film's brilliant. Belfast is brilliant. Okay, so that's that bundle. That can make the hat and that snood. Are there no gloves in that one?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine. That's that one there. We will get there eventually, I promise. Next kit. Yeah, and you. Must be this pink one over here. Yep, there you go. So this one here is... Oh, that's nice. 1 red, 2 pink. And there's the lady. Wearing the pink snood and the red hat. See, I told you we'd get there eventually. And here's Catherine wearing it. Now, why didn't you do a pout like she's
Well, I
doing?
didn't think...
Oh, hang on, you've got the wrong scarf on there.
Yeah, I don't think red and pink go together.
Oh, okay. Fine. There she's in the pink there. But you get the red and the pink in this one. I'm very disappointed you didn't do pouting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that one. That's that one there, $24.99. I've only got 2 left, so I can hardly go wrong now, can I? 58, got it. Green. So this one you get 3 dark greens, 1 pistachio, 1 aqua or teal. And that, I'm presuming, makes what Catherine's got over there.
So we've got a textured snood, and we've got, it's a mock cable hat.
That's a
It's
huge
massive,
hat.
isn't it? I feel like a little gnome in that.
Lovely. 34. Oh, I like that one. 34.99. Right, that's that one. So I've got one left now, which is this one here. It ends. Yep, 28. So that must make the aqua snood. An aqua snood, and then the hat with the multicoloured pom-pom there. But it's 3 coloured pom-pom. And there's just another. She's done the same pout on all those pictures, hasn't she? Signature look, isn't it? $29.99. Now, I am presuming that I'll need special needles for this one, Ty. Not special, but a certain size
You
needle.
need 10mm needles and 9mm needles.
Oh.
If you're going to knit the big stripy scarf,
Yeah.
you need a circular needle.
Oh, what? A circular needle. Right, okay. I've got 10mm pink here. I'll put, I think, 10mm pink. There they are. Because I haven't seen any that big before.
They are quite big chunky ones, but this is super chunky wool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chunky. And then I've got circular at 9. Can I make that scarf on circular 9?
Yes.
Yes. Circular 9.
Because this scarf, I'm not going to demo this one because I didn't have a circular
Okay.
that big. This scarf is knitted along the length of it.
Oh, which is why you need to do it on
So
the
you
circular
need lots
needles.
and lots of stitches on your needle.
How weird. So you only do a few rows.
So you only do a few rows, but
the
you've got
rows
like
have got-
160 stitches.
Yeah. And 160 of those chunky knit stitches. Righto, I'm not going to do the interchangeable deluxe set 'cause that only goes up to an 8, and we're not going to be using an 8 today, are we?
No.
Okay. Right, so what are you going to show me in all of this?
Well, I can show you all kinds of things,
Go
actually.
on then, I'm going to sit back
Yeah.
and enjoy this.
These are not difficult knits at all.
Right.
If you've not ever had a go at knitting and you want to go, these are actually a really good place to start because some lovely basic patterns. And because it's big and chunky, they're really quick knits.
Right.
I got that bit ready
Oh, wow.
in
look.
about an hour and a half. So they're quick knits. If you're someone who can knit really well, you'll whiz them up.
Right.
And
brilliant.
suddenly you've got a whole stash of gifts and things for people, haven't
Uh-huh.
you? No problem at all.
Before you start, is there a sizing on it, or is it just one size?
So no, it does tell you. They are one size, but it tells you how big they come up. And there's a
Right.
lot of tension information as well.
Yeah.
So I did knit a little tension square.
Right.
Because I tend to be a little bit of a loose knitter sometimes.
Right.
And it took for each of the different items, hat or gloves or scarf, it doesn't matter so much for a scarf, but for a hat, you want it to come out the right tension. You don't want it to come out too big.
Okay.
So this little tension square, I knitted up and for the basket weave snood, in fact.
Okay, because Jacqueline is just about to start knitting a chunky hat, so she's looking forward to the demo. You'd suggest she did a tension
I
square
would do
then?
your tension square just to see, because if it's coming out very big, your hat's going to be massive.
Yeah.
And you can see, I mean, these are already quite big hats, aren't they, often?
And
So-
can you go down, because normally you said go down a needle
Yeah,
size,
so
but-
if it's coming out a bit big, don't use a 10mm needle, use a 9mm needle, use an 8mm needle. Do
Okay,
what
perfect.
works for your tension.
Yeah.
It will still work okay. Mine was all right, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Often it's a bit
So
loose,
it
but
tells you
mine
how many
was okay.
stitches to knit and then
So,
tells you how to measure
yes,
it.
so what
does
you
it?
do is you do a little example of the pattern. So it's
Yeah.
quite good. Again, if you're fairly new to it, you can practice your pattern on your sample. So we had 12 stitches and I did 12 rows, which was one lot of pattern, and then it tells you that should measure 12 centimetres by 9 centimetres.
Oh, okay.
And it was okay.
Perfect. Frances, you're very kind. She's just put Johnny's so handsome. I think she might be watching a different channel, but there you go. Thank you, Frances.
It's that pink bubble hat.
Okay, hang on. We've got a message before we go. My daughter's recently announced she's expecting twins in August. Will you be having a show dedicated to knitting crochet baby patterns before then, from Mrs. in Carmarthenshire? Of this Friday the 28th. I think that's... Oh, that's not me. Oh, is it? I can't remember. Okay, Friday the 28th. It's all babies for the whole day, apparently, but knitting at 12 o'clock. So there you go, Friday the 28th. Oh, wait, is somebody expecting a baby then? Oh. Yeah, we got to... No, it's here, the pregnancy check. Right, okay then. So you did your temple.
So I did my tension square.
Tension square.
Absolutely. And then if you're absolutely going from the starter, the garter stitch one, that's the one you're holding.
Yeah, this one. Oh, hang on.
The snood, the garter stitch snood
this one.
is your absolute easiest one.
There you go, that's the bundle, $34.99.
So I'm going to show you just the very, very basics: casting on, a knit and a purl and a cast off, because that's what you need.
Is
for
that
your
all
basics.
you need then? You need cable on the hat.
There is a little bit of cable on one of the hats, and then we've also got a mock cable hat, which is really nice. I'm going to show you the mock cable.
Okay, brilliant. I'll shut up.
And I'm going to show you a bobble on the scarf.
Perfect.
Does that all sound all right?
Perfect.
Okey
How big's
dokey.
your cable needle? Must be enormous.
Yeah, I actually haven't got one.
Oh, so you won't be doing the cable then?
No. I was going to demo that, and I've just thought, oh, I haven't got a cable needle.
Fine.
Anyway, right, so
Casting on.
yes, and it tells us to do the thumb method for casting on, which gives you a stretchier edge, which is why, because you want it to stretch on your head or over your hands. Okay, so your yarn's going round your thumb. I've got the tail from the ball over at the top. I've got this attached to the ball. There we go, coming at the bottom. And then it's as though I'm knitting, so I'm going to go underneath that bit at the top. I'm going to take the yarn and knit round, pull it through the little loop of my thumb and pull it tight.
Okay.
So underneath, round, pull it through, pull it tight. And you'll find with these patterns, you don't need a huge quantity. So this garter stitch double snood only has 20 stitches.
Oh, okay.
So
in a way, this is a good way for beginners to start.
It's a really good way.
Substantial yarn and not too many stitches.
No, so they'll get a project done fairly quickly. What else you find is, because often people when they start knitting, they find it hard to count their rows and count their stitches, but because they're so big, you can really see each row. So you're not going to get lost where you are. So I think they're brilliant projects for beginners, or, you know, you might have children or grandchildren who want to have a go.
Or you may have been a knitter and you've got dexterity issues, and maybe it's difficult to hold your thinner needles. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing sort of thing. Hannah just likes the chunky wool.
Well, I think they're quite fashionable, aren't they?
Yarn. It's yarn, by the way. It is, I presume it's polyester, is it? 100% premium acrylic, yeah. Okay, Hayley Bryan, who's our head of marketing, is sending questions in because she can't decide which one to buy. You need size 10 needles. We already said that, Hayley. Or a size 9 on a circular if you're doing that one. She likes the red hat. So that one's a size 10 needle, that one, isn't it?
Let me double check. I mean, the good thing is you get the patterns for all 4 hats and all...
oh, yes, of
all
course.
4 snoods.
All 4 snoods, yeah.
So you can mix and match, and once you've got it, you can do them all.
I can't really see her
The
in
textured
any of
hat
those.
uses 9mm needles.
Do what?
That red hat is called the textured hat, and it uses 9mm needles.
Oh, 9mm needles. So, Hayley Bryan, this is what you're going to look like.
So it does tell you in the pattern as well how big they're going to be around your head. So you can measure your head to see if they're going to fit. Okay, so we've cast on, and then we're just a plain normal knit stitch. Because the good thing about knitting is you have only got 2 stitches.
Right.
So once you've learnt them, you're away.
Yeah.
So you tend to slip the first one off. It makes a nice neat edge. So you're going to push your needle through the back of the stitch. On the left hand needle, your yarn's going to go round, pull it through, and off you go. And you repeat this all the way to the end. In and around and back and off. You see, you could easily knit one of these.
Yeah. I'm not going to start now, though.
You don't think your cats would like a little knitted blanket?
Oh, they're spoilt enough as it is. They've got heated beds. They've got all sorts.
Wow, that sounds very luxurious.
Yeah. Well, you see, Norman and Nellie had, because when I'm out during the day, the heating's not on, is it? So they can sit in the sunshine because the back of the house is all south facing. So I've got these little heated beds for them.
They have got fur.
Yeah. Oh, is that why at night time they're going, oh, turn the heating down, it's too hot in here?
I think cats quite like to be fairly warm, don't they?
Yes.
Yes.
These two do, definitely.
Okay. So.
And they've both chosen, it's really weird, within like 2 days, they've both chosen their favourite spots.
Yeah.
So Ghost is always on the great big pink armchair.
Yeah.
And Luther is always on like the Indian sofa with all the big square cushions on. That's where they automatically go to now.
Yeah. And did you name them?
No, because they're 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was they were rescue cats.
Yes.
And Cherry had them, and Cherry's got a little boy now who's having trouble breathing. So the vet said the cats have got to go.
Yeah.
So she couldn't let them go back to
No,
cat rescue. So
no.
I said, they're 2 years old, but they were named after her. No, not named after. Named by her two stepchildren who were 9 and 7.
Right.
So they chose the names for them. And everyone's saying, oh, they're only 2. You can change their names. And I was like, why? I'm not going to change
They're
their
quite
names.
good names.
Yeah, exactly.
I like those names. Okay, so that's your knit stitch.
Yep.
Um,
What's your purl stitch?
a
then?
purl stitch is basically the same. It just goes, you push your needle into the front rather
hang on,
than
let's just
into
see
the
that, Elliot.
back. So your needle, I'll slip my first one.
Yeah.
So your needle goes into the front of your stitch
Right.
and your yarn goes around the front. You push it through. So it's the same
The opposite
stitch.
way round,
It's just opposite way round. Like that.
Helen thinks I'm doing a very good job at modelling this morning. Thank you, Helen.
So that's a purl. And your combination of knitting and purling is what makes your pattern. So when you do a rib, which
Right.
all the bottoms of the hats have got a rib,
Yeah.
because they're a little bit stretchy and they'll cling to your head,
Mm-hmm.
you do a knit stitch and then you do a purl stitch. So you would...
On the same row?
On the same row. So what happens is you start with your yarn at the back to do a knit, and then you bring your yarn round to the front to do the purl.
And that's what gives you
and
ribbing,
that's
is
what
it?
will give you a nice
Okay.
rib effect all the way along. A garter stitch is just knitting all the time.
Mm-hmm. What, both ways, backwards and forwards? Backwards
Both
and
ways
forwards?
are backwards and forwards. So that's like the one you've got in your hands, the snood. You'll see it looks a little bit different.
This?
No, the snood.
Oh,
under
snood.
yeah,
Oh, looks
so
like a
that's-
wiggly line.
Yeah, so that's garter stitch.
Okay, well, so that one there is...
So that one's all rows of knitting.
Okay, Elliot, all rows of knitting, this one.
See, he's having a snooze, isn't he?
He was asleep, yeah.
That one.
I'm blaming Hannah because I can see that she's like not looking at the computer, she's looking at Elliot going, hello, Elliot.
And then if you do a row of knit and a row of purl,
Yeah.
that's stocking stitch, and
Okay,
that's what
back to stocking stitch.
that's what that looks like.
So that's your normal, that's what you'd
So
imagine.
that's what your normal knitting
Like
looks
jumpers
like.
look like
And
and
that's a
things,
row
isn't
of
it? Yeah.
knitting and a row of purling.
Right, okay. What's this one called again?
So that one's called garter stitch.
Garter stitch.
I assume because they used to knit garters
Oh, okay.
with them
Okay.
to hold your stockings up.
What, in medieval times?
Yeah, I expect. And I'm just going to show you how to cast off, because we
Oh, yes,
often
yes.
don't get to the point where we're at the end of the garment to demo that
No,
bit.
exactly.
So then that's all your basics: casting on, knitting, purling, casting off. They're the only things you need to know, and you can knit.
Perfect. But you've got to finish at some point.
Oh yes, you've got to do the bit in between,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So to cast off, you're going to knit 2 stitches. You're going to take the first stitch and over the top, and it's going off your needle altogether, like so. So you're going to pick it up, go over the top.
So you've always got one
So
on
you've
your
always
right
got
hand
one
needle,
on your right hand needle,
but you're taking that one
and
off.
the back one's going back over.
Right, yeah.
So you can see you're getting a nice neat edge
Right.
as you take it off.
You've got a noise, those knitting needles.
They're just clacking on the table, aren't they? You don't normally knit standing up, you see.
Oh, don't you?
No, well, I don't know.
At the bus
Normally
stop.
you're like sat on the sofa. watching a bit of or listening to a bit of something.
Oh no, I couldn't do it. What do you watch? Eric wants to know what you watch while you're knitting.
I don't watch, not much at all really. Pottery throwdown.
Pottery, yeah, but you have to watch that.
Well, what I do is the bits where, the bits where they're talking or doing like all the adverts or whatever, I can look down, but then I'll look up in between.
Yeah.
But it depends on the knitting that you're doing, because if you're doing what I'd call easy knitting, i.e. something that's just a load of stocking stitch or just rows of garter stitch.
Yeah.
And when you've done it a lot, you don't need to look
Well, I
at
suppose
it.
it's like typing, isn't it? You get my mum could type and never look at the keyboards and things.
It's only if you're doing more complicated patterns you get that you don't have to look at it. So a lot of knitters, even very competent knitters, they'll have a more complicated project for when there's nothing on telly, but then they'll have some easy knitting that they'll sit and do.
Okay, now question: you've got one stitch still on your needle.
So I've got one stitch still on the needle. So you're going to cut your yarn and you're going to thread it through.
Oh, okay.
The last loop, and that will finish it off. Like that. And then it's not going to unravel.
Brilliant.
Okay. So they're absolute basics to start you can have a go at any of these projects. This little tension square that I did is called a basket weave.
I was going to say, because you've gone in different directions.
So with this one, you've got so many knit and so many purl, and then coming back, you've got so many knit, so many purls, so that you get this pattern. But again,
so hang on. When you knit that, do you knit that tension square? So you've cast on the amount of stitches the width of the square.
yes.
But look, it looks like the stitch is going in different directions. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's have a look at the square, Elliot, and I'll explain what to me. Oops. Look, so on Catherine's square there, it looks like, oh, I see. So, oh no, I see now. I understand it now. So you've got the one I've got here, halfway across, and then you do knits, then you do knit and purl.
So that's the whole thing done in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's an 8-row pattern, and it tells you how many knit, how many purl. You're actually doing it in blocks of 4 stitches.
It looks so
that you get
though.
this lovely kind of woven pattern going on.
Yeah, because if that was fabric, you'd be cutting some fabrics going out that way, some fabrics going that way to create that look. So you're literally still just knitting in rows, but you do so many knits, so many purls, so many purls, so many knits.
Absolutely. It's worked in blocks of 4.
Yeah. That's brilliant. And that's how you worked out your tension square. So we've got that one in the dark green. Right, okay. So what would you like to show next?
What shall I show you next? Okay, let's do the nice mock cable hat.
Right.
So this one looks really quite complicated again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks quite fancy. It's not hard. This isn't hard.
So
I
that
like
comes
this because
out
it's
the
quite
dark
clever.
green
But
and
yes,
the-
I seem to be knitting it in turquoise, but
Okay.
never mind. I wasn't entirely sure which were the combinations.
Basket
to be honest.
weave. So it's either.
It's on this one.
It's out the big bundle. Oh.
It's that one. I think I've done it my demo is in the wrong colour.
Okay, so
But
hang
it's
on.
on
So
the hat one there.
So it's the. No, hang on. No, hang on. So it's the basket weave scarf. Sorry about this, everyone.
It's the basket weave snood
Yes.
and the mock cable hat.
Right, okay. So basket weave snood.
I would think it's that one on the corner.
This
John.
one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this one here. I know it's you got that one. Okay, fine, perfect. No, it's right. The colours.
It was quite hard to work out because I got sent literally about 20 different packs.
Yes,
So I
exactly.
didn't know which ones were being
Oh, well,
done.
that's fine. So what are you?
So this is the mock cable. So I was going to show you, this is a 4-row pattern to make this that looks really quite...
That's not a hat though, is it?
It is going to be a hat, but you knit it flat.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got a seam. I'll show you.
Why would I think it was knitted? Oh, okay.
You could knit them in the round, and sometimes they are, but there is somewhere in here there'll be a join. But I can't see it.
Oh, maybe they you didn't knit that one, did
I
you?
didn't. That's just.
So maybe
Oh, it's
they
here. I
did-
can
oh,
see.
that's it.
Yes, it's been stitched up there.
Okay. Brilliant.
So with our mock cable, I've done my rib at the bottom, as you can see, my knit one, purl one, and then you change colour. And then we start by purling 2. Then we're going to slip a stitch. Okay, so we're literally going to put your stitch onto the needle without doing anything to it. Then we're going to knit 2.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pass the slip stitch over. So that one that you didn't do anything with comes right over the top over those 2 knitted stitches. And that's going to create that sort of mock little twist in your pattern. And then we're going to carry on again like that. Purl 2. We're going to slip 1. We're going to knit 2. And we're going to pass that slip stitch over. Like so. Can you see how it's making that sort of crisscross?
Yeah. But now normally, see, with the cable, you need another cable needle, don't you?
Yes, but this is a mock cable.
Right.
So it's an imposter.
Right.
But it looks as good, I think. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like a cable. It looks like you've knitted something really complicated, and actually it isn't at all.
Okay, so just do it again for me, sorry.
So we're doing purl 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put my yarn to the back. We're going to slip 1 stitch. We're going to knit 2, and then that stitch that was slipped, didn't get knitted, is going right over the top of those 2.
Okay, so you do because cable is like twisting the columns, isn't it?
Yes.
So you're doing a pretend twist because you're literally just pulling it across the front.
Absolutely.
How funny that just pulling that one across can create that like kind of rose effect of thing, can't it?
Yeah, it's pretty. So let me just go across. Then there's a sort of reverse row, because in doing this, because you're not knitting one, you're like taking away lots of stitches. So the reverse row, you've got to make some stitches to get back to the right number.
Of course. This could just get smaller and smaller and smaller if you didn't do that, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And is that easy then to add more stitch?
Well, yes, all we're going to do is a wrap around the needle, which I'll show you as we go back across the row.
No rush. Very quick question from Mandy. Want to know what patterns you get in. Could you tell me what patterns you get with the red and pink wool, please? Of course, Mandy. This is the red and pink wool here. So you get 2 patterns. You get 4 bobble hats, and you get 4 snoods. You obviously can't make all of those from the bundle because you just get 2 pink and 1 red, but you do get a pattern for 4 snoods and 4 hats. You get all of those in there. So then you choose which one you want to make with you. So did you say it was 1 for a hat and 2 for a snood? Or
the hats.
It should say up.
It depends on the hat. So some of them have 3, some have 2.
Oh, I see.
So that one, it uses 3 different colours, but I suspect you do not use a whole ball.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, you can see I've started these 2 balls. I haven't, I've done a fair bit of the hat. I'm not going to finish them off. You don't have to change the colours, do you, if you don't want to? I mean, the other thing I'd say as well with the ones with the scarves are really, really long. You don't have to knit them that long.
But this one here, this one here is the garter rib hat. Is that the garter rib hat?
Yes.
You only need 1 ball for that. You only need 1 ball for that. The mock cable hat, which is one you've got, it's saying you want 1 of each colour, but you're not going to use a whole ball of 1 of each colour. So if you had 3 balls, you can still do it in the 2 colours. In the textured hat, you need 1 of 3 colours. And in the cabled hat, you need 1 of 3 colours. There's nothing to stop you making it all in 1 colour, is there? And then the same with the snoods. You need 1 ball for the ridged rib snood. For the garter stitch snood, you need 2 balls. For the garter stitch square double snood, you need 2 balls. And for the barket weave snood, you need 2 balls as well. But you get all of those patterns, Mandy, in that bundle there. Gorgeous. And not what, Han?
Right, so I've gone across, and you can see I've got that nice, like you said, little rose almost pattern.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Little twist. So then as we go back along.
Yeah.
Just put the wrong pattern to the front. Okay, we are going to knit 2, purl 1, and then we've got to put our yarn around the needle to make a stitch.
Create another stitch.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that how you create a stitch? Just
purl 1.
Oh,
knit
hardly
2.
rocket science.
It's not. It's not. It's very easy. These are very nice, quick, easy projects. If I was someone that had lots of time to make gifts for people, I'd be doing this and like just stocking up the cupboard.
Yeah.
Because it's really nice and they're really quick and easy.
What you need is a chauffeur. So you can.
So I could sit in the back doing things.
Yes. Good idea, isn't it? How old's your oldest child?
She's 17.
Oh, so she can learn to drive.
She's waiting for her provisional licence to come through.
I suppose it's all I suppose it's all backlogged, like passports and everything. At the
Yeah,
moment,
she
isn't it?
wasn't very quick sending it off either. She was a bit like, but now, well, we got her a really big surprise and got her a little car for Christmas.
Oh.
I know, which was a massive surprise. So now she's a bit like, well, I wish it would come.
Oh, of course you did. Oh, how lovely.
I know, it was ever so exciting. It's really exciting giving someone a really good surprise.
I can imagine,
isn't it?
yeah.
And we put the keys in a little box. And then and on Christmas morning, she just opened the keys up and she was like, what? And we were like, go and look on the drive because we'd put it on the drive in the night before. And she was like, oh my goodness. She cried, in fact. She was so.
Well, it's the wrong colour.
No, not at all, no. She was so
brilliant.
delighted.
I know that. I mean, that's phenomenal, isn't it? That's brilliant.
Yeah, so that was lovely.
Oh.
So yes, you just make your stitch like that all the way along. So it's very straightforward, but looks really quite special, doesn't it? Okay, I've got a bit of scarf to show you.
No, that's fine.
well.
I've got the pom-pom. You don't need a pom. Did you say you were doing pom-poms or not?
I'm not going to do pom-poms, but it suggests in the pattern with the pom-poms that you do it the old-fashioned way with circles of cardboard.
Well, I was going to say that. You don't need a pom-pom maker,
you
do
don't. It tells you to make a 10 centimetre diameter pom-pom. And it does tell you in there how to do it with the cardboard. I'm trying to find the bit where it tells you.
You cut 2 donuts out, don't you? You have 2 pieces of cardboard with the
Yes.
middle bit missing.
Yes.
Wind round.
When we were children, we always used to use cereal boxes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's all you need to use. And then once you've got all your wool, as much wool or yarn as possible that you can get on it, you then snip through the 2 bits of cardboard on the outside, tie it tight with your yarn going around the middle so you hold it, and then take the cardboard off and the whole thing goes.
And because this is such chunky wool, it would not take that long to make.
No, not at all.
When I was a child, if you ever said you're a bit bored, my mum would go, make a pom-pom. And of course it would take hours, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't get such chunky wool then.
No.
It would take hours to fill up. But he goes, is it done yet? No, you've got to fill it right up.
I remember we made one that must have been with all my nan's leftover yarns. It was like all sorts of colours and everything.
Yeah.
And it came out like a great big ball like that. And we had it on the bottom of the, you know, in the bathroom when you pull the light on. We had it on the bottom of the bathroom light pull. So this great big one was there for years.
Children don't have the patience for them now, though. Not that way.
Do what?
Children don't have the patience to
No.
make them like that these days.
No, they've got patience to play on the what's it for 4 hours, haven't they? What's it called?
Like your console, your games. Yeah.
Apparently, Elliot's telling us the national attention span of a child has gone down by 5 minutes in the last decade. What, a day, an hour?
Only 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's all sorts, isn't it? When you look at things over the years, it's terrifying how so many things in life are
Well, you see this, you know, you're scrolling through social media and everything's like little snippets, isn't
But
it?
also, before social media, all the hours I spent going like that, looking at Facebook and Instagram and everything like that, I must have done useful things when I was younger, surely, because you could be doing that, can't you? And then you suddenly look at the clock and think, it's an hour and a half later.
Well, that's true, but do you know what? I think when we used to watch more television,
Yes,
you'd sit on the telly, didn't
Got a
you?
message
Sit and
from
watch
Mandy.
the telly.
On my bottom. Thank you, just ordered it. Ideal for Christmas presents. That's what you said, wasn't it? Stop me eating chocolate at night if I'm knitting, Mandy.
That's absolutely true. If you keep your hands busy.
Well,
you don't
I think,
snack.
though, they're quite piercy, these ones. Look, so I'm thinking... Oh, I can't get them out. Yeah, you could. Oh, no, you could. Okay. It's all
What are you planning to do with them? Toast marshmallows?
No. Knit, and then you go like this. Stab the chocolate. Knit, stab the chocolate.
Ah, but you see, you're holding both hands. It does stop
If the
you.
chocolates are in a bowl.
Well, that's true. It stops that. Oh, I'm sitting here. There's nothing much good on telly. I'm a bit bored. Oh, I'll have something to nibble. It does stop you doing that.
It's true. Elliot would have a bowl full of cheeses squares rather than chocolate.
Yeah, I like a bit of
That
cheese.
would make the end. You can't have a fondue on the end of your knitting needle, Elliot. Right, what are we doing next then?
I'm going to show you how to, if you look at that texture scarf, look, there's different patterns all the way up it, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
we do some basket weave and then you do some sort of stripy bits. And then right in the middle,
Oh, there's more.
there's a bobbly bit.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to show you how to do the bobbles.
What's the bobbly bit called then? Oh, now
It's
more
called
bobbly
bobbles.
on the underside, this one, than it is on the outer side. Look. Ooh.
So
Like
this
dinosaur
scarf,
legs.
this scarf, when it's done, is 2.5 meters long.
Oh, that's too long.
So you don't have to do it that long at all,
No,
do you?
look.
I mean, for me, that's possibly a touch too long.
Yes. It's. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's move on.
And the stripy one's 2 meters long.
Okay. I hardly wear a scarf. So if I do, it's just a little.
Do you see? I love a
Infill.
scarf.
You want?
I love a scarf.
What? Not that long. a
That's
scarf.
possibly a bit chunky, but
Yeah.
in the winter, I have a scarf on virtually all the time.
I think
for
I'd be more of a
extra warmth.
snood than a scarf, to be honest. Anyway.
Okay, so let's see where I've got to.
I like these, you see.
Yeah, they've
No
got
good if you just had your hair done. Oh, no good.
they
if
give you a certain je ne sais quoi.
Well, yeah, some say that.
Some say that. I'm right now. Where's my bobble?
Yeah, where are you up to then? So the bobbly one, has it got a name?
Yes, bobble.
Oh, is it called Bobble? Okay.
So I've done a little bit of the basket weave.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. Here we go. We're going to knit 6 and make the bobble. There's 276 rows if you do that entire thing.
Oh.
So let's see. We're knitting 6 for starters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so to make the bobble, we're knitting 1 and purling 1 twice into the next stitch.
Yeah.
So what you do is you start doing it, but you don't do the last bit where you take the yarn off over. You're keeping that stitch there and just moving your yarn round. So you can see it's making them all here.
Right.
So like that. Then I've got to pass. Okay. Then where am I? It's all right.
Come on.
No, there's so many bits on this pattern. I'm going to pass the second stitch over the first one,
Yeah.
and then the third stitch over,
The second one.
and then the fourth stitch.
Oh, okay.
over. So you make stitches and then you get rid of them again. So
But then you
there's
put
the
them
little
all
bubble.
on. It's like you put them all in one place.
So
then.
you're putting them all in one place. So let me do it again.
Moira's loving the show on YouTube. Thank you, Moira.
So we're going to knit 5. So into the stitch, knitting. So we're effectively doing like 4 stitches into the same one. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And these instructions are all in your pattern as well. So there's a nice little section that tells you. Then we're going to just take those over the top. First, second, third, and the last one. Is that first, second? No, third. That's it.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
3. I'm doing extra ones.
No.
I'm getting too excited. So you do 3 across the row. It's true, it does show more on one side than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see those little bubbles coming. So we might as well go to the end of the row. That's the trickiest bit in the scarf, to be fair.
That's not particularly tricky.
It's not particularly
You've just got to
tricky.
remember, haven't you, how many along you go before you start doing the slip over thing.
But because you've not got lots and lots of stitches on your needle, it's really easy to count where you're up to. I mean, we've only got 26 stitches on your row.
You see, you think it was... Oh, no, I suppose it looks more than that because it's such chunky yarn, isn't it?
Yeah. It does mean it grows very fast.
Yeah.
And that
And
is-
I presume you can wash this acrylic wool. Let me just have a look.
So on the ball band, machine
Yeah.
washable at 30 degrees.
Yeah, cool tumble dry, cool iron. You may dry clean it. Oh, I see. That's what that last thing is. That's your tension square.
Yes.
Oh, I've always wondered what that was. So, you know, I don't know if Elliot can get that. So you've got, you know, your temperature of wash there. Can you see that through the plastic?
It's on that one.
Cool, tumble dry, cool iron, may dry clean, what size needles you need to use. And then that's your tension square.
So it's telling you in over 9 stitches and 12 rows, it'll be a 10 centimetre square.
How brilliant is that? That's fantastic. I never knew that. Brilliant. Right, so that's us doing bobbles.
So that's the bobble.
Now, if you brought your cable knit, you could have done a cable knit.
I know. Well, no, actually, what it was is I didn't have a cable one quite thick enough.
Oh, of course no.
Because they're quite fat.
And is that it? What about tassels on the end of that one?
Oh, we have these ones. So the tassels on here, because you are knitting across, you actually leave your end, and then at the end you just knot them.
Oh. So there's no threading.
So there's no threading on that scarf over there. You do you make 60 centimetre long lengths. You fold them in half and you thread them through.
Oh, okay, so it's actually quite simple, isn't it?
Very straightforward.
Have we got anything else that we need to look at? Oh, now, shape-wise of these, do you knit these in?
They are flat, just flat rectangles, and you stitch them up, leaving a hole for your thumb. Although I never like those thumb holes. I like mine stitched up all the way, and I actually wear them on my wrist.
Like that, like a wrist warmer?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, because if you're going to have your coffee and your cake at Starbucks, then they're going to get a bit sticky, aren't they? Like kind of with your cinnamon bun.
And I just find that bit gets cold.
And that bit gets cold. Well, yeah, but I suppose if you work in the market stall, in the olden days, you used to have your fingerless gloves.
That is true. I just like them on my wrist, because that's the bit there that you've got to keep warm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Got to pick a penny or two, pick a pocket or two. I'm thinking of, what was that, Fagin?
Fagin in Oliver.
Yeah. It's got another music,
We've
all
got
the musicals in today.
going.
Right, okay, so I need to do a recap then, don't I? Right, let's do this one first. Oh, the big one first. No, that's fine. The big one first. Right, so this is this one. So what you get in here is you get all of these balls of yarn. So you get 1, 2, 3 of the dark green, 2 of the teal, 2 of the pale blue, 2 of the pistachio. $49.99. Oh yeah, you can't make that pink bobble hat obviously out of that, but you get the pattern for that hat, that scarf, those mittens, and the pattern for that scarf, those mittens, that hat, all in there. But obviously you're not going to make the pink one because there's got no pink yarn in there. £49.99. Okay, all put together by Stylecraft for us. Oh, actually, there's the pattern. Look. So there's all the information. Do you need those notes?
No, not anymore. No.
Right, most popular. That's yours. You brought that. So there's the red and pink, which is this lovely snood, basket weave snood. But that's not just that, because what you get in here is you get 2 pinks and a red in your yarn. Right, but then your patterns that you get 4 snood patterns and you get 4 hat patterns. Now, obviously, you can't make all of those. You only make what you know what I mean? You have to then choose which you're going to make out of it. But you get all 4 of those patterns and all 4 of those patterns. So really, you've got 8 patterns in there, plus 3 balls of yarn for $24.99. It's brilliant, isn't it? Lovely. So that's that one. That was that one. Then where do you want to go next then, Hannah? Oh, no, they're yours. That one, the mock cable hat that you've got over there. So that bundle is this one here. So this bundle, you get 1, 2, 3 dark greens, you get a teal, and you get a pistachio. And then in there...
Both patterns.
Oh, you get both those patterns again. I've just thrown back you. Don't worry. So you get the 4 snood patterns and you get the 4 hat patterns in there as well. Beautiful. This one. No, that's 52, that one. Do 52 next then. That's this one here. So again, you get the 4 snood and the 4 hat patterns in here. But this one, you get 2 of your aqua, 2 of your teal, and 1 of your pistachio. I'm saying aqua. Spearmint, sorry. 2 spearmint, 2 teals, and 1 pistachio. Plus all of those patterns. $34.99. Okay. Blue one ending 20. Yep, this one. This has got red in it as well. So you get 2 of your blue, 1 of your red, 1 of your pistachio. And in this one again, you get the 4 hat patterns and the 4 snood patterns in that one. $29.99 that one. I like that one because when you make that bobble, look, when you put those 3 colours together in the bobble, don't they look lovely? So that's that one there. Lovely. And then, last but not least, I've got this one here, which ends 360. You get 1 pink, 3 pistachio, and 1 teal. And again in there, now in this one, again, you get all of those patterns. So you get that hat, that scarf, those mittens, that hat, that scarf, those mittens. You can't make all of them, obviously. But you get the yarn in there to make the pistachio, the pink, and the teal. Oh, we got there. Now, hang on, I've got the knitting needles. You need size 10 knitting needles. Elliot's trying to make me say goodbye already. I'm not ready yet. $5.99. Oof. Listen to him. Oof. Anyway, at $5.99. $5.99. Right, and then last but not least, we've got the size. Oh, now this is. Oh no, it's 9mm, but you got a meter of
Yeah.
wire in between there. So they're your size 9 circular needles, $4.99. Fantastic. Right, when's Yarn Lane back then?
Tomorrow. With Anna.
Oh, that's tomorrow, isn't it? I've just read that out, haven't I? With Anna, Nikki. Baby Day on the 28th, Jan. Baby Day is 28th. So Sewing Street will be Baby Makes, and then Yarn Lane will be Baby Knits that day. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for doing 3 hours.
That's all right.
And thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure you check out your baskets. I'll see you on Yarn Lane tomorrow, again, with Anna, Nikki Pilovic. We're doing a crochet along. And also see you on Sewing Street at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Don't be late.